Y'all, man, it's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. Man, how's everybody doing today? And yes, it is Cowboys Convo. The brother landlord from Alabama will be in shortly to rock out with us, so we can talk about some of these topics for today, man. So right now, we're juggling talking about the Dallas Cowboys and their future with Dak Prescott. There's news about his contract coming down the pipeline. There's been a sighting of CD Lamb and some of the comments that he made about getting a contract done. There's, free agency talk, right? We're up here trying to build a team to compete in 2024. So there is plenty for us to discuss this Sunday morning, man. So y'all tap in. I know it's Sunday. I know a lot of y'all are just getting out of church. I know a lot of y'all, are getting ready for the Super Bowl. But it's still a good time to open the door to the liquor store. You ain't got to get sloppy drunk. You can drink communion wine with us, man. But hey, come on in, get your little ski taste, and we're going to get a little tipsy on this Dallas Cowboy content today, man. But hey, what I need y'all to do before we get too far ahead of ourselves, man, I need y'all to hit that like button on both platforms. The more likes that me and Landlord get, the more that our platforms will grow, the more that the algorithm will reward our videos for being posted. So if you want the liquor store to do well, you want the trap to do well, you want to continue to strive and be able to go to training camp and send jerseys and hats and all those other good things, all you got to do is hit that like button, man. It definitely goes a long way in helping out your independent content creators. After y'all do that, man, Joe said it's 7 p.m. right now in Italy. So Joe, you ain't got to worry about it, man. That's why I be saying it's 6 o'clock in the world somewhere. We be opening up the doors to the liquor store, man. So shout out to my boy Joe Chanchana in the building. Miss Regina Green, what's up with you? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel. 434 Cowboy, what's up with you, man? I see you. You said you seen Michael Parsons' podcast. All right, and you feel like CD Lamb was sincere in his words. That's real. QB 101, what's up with you, my guy? He said, what's so special about losing in the playoffs with Dak? Cowboys can lose in playoffs for less with Cooper Rush or Trey Lance, where you have no guarantee of making it to the playoffs with Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. That's the other side of the story. So, maybe you'll be in a better position to draft a quarterback down the line if you didn't have Dak Prescott, but you definitely wouldn't be in position to really compete. And the numbers really say that. Philly, what's Gucci, my boy? The original people, what's Gucci with you, man? Thank you for tapping in. Kelvin Hicks in the building. What's up with y'all, man? Salute to all y'all good people for rocking out with us in the liquor store and in the trap. These boy Justin, what's up with you? 55 S.A. Richburg, my brother, what's up with you? Justin Kitchen, I see you helping us practice manifestation. Joe, I see you helping us practice manifestation. Israel Madrid is doing the same in the building. What's good with y'all, man? So, hey, y'all also know to hit the share button on all platforms as well, man. I believe in manifestation in the liquor store. We're trying to manifest that 6th championship for the Dallas Cowboys, and we're also trying to grow the content all in the same time. So kill two birds with one stone. Share the content with your for your boy Henny. Share the content for your boy Landlord, and help us will the Dallas Cowboys to that 6th title in 2024, man. So share the content 6 times. Share, drop 6 emojis, and let's get into it. Eastside Herald, Dink and Dak becoming the highest paid quarterback is a joke, but good luck with that bullshit. I mean, seeing as Dak Prescott does not have a low yards per completion or yards per attempt for his career, that Dink and Dak stuff is actually media created. We can actually talk numbers and talk about some of the things that Dak Prescott needs to fix, or we can do the stupid shit that Eastside Herald does and, push false narratives. But shout out to my boy Eastside Herald. His team did way better than anybody expected, so he's very, very happy. Right? Nobody expected them to make the playoffs, win a playoff game, or be, worth a damn. So, he's very happy. So I understand why he be jumping in here head first. Freddie Morales, my boy, what's up with you, man? They were tapping in and showing love to the channel. Yeah, facts, Philly. He does throw deep. He throws deep all the time. I mean, you're delusional. You expect a lot of stuff. As a Houston Texans fan, you got to expect the best because your team ain't usually that good. Your team ain't usually that good, so I do expect for you to be optimistic about your team. That's the only thing you can do is be optimistic. We'll see. But salute to everybody out there, man. So y'all know to hit that like, hit that share, and most importantly, man, I need y'all to slap the dog shit out of an Eagles fan or a Commanders fan right now, man. I don't know which fan base has gotten on my nerves the most so far. The Eagles been talking crazy. Commanders fans been talking extra greasy since they got Dan Quinn as they head coach. So if you're able to find a Commanders fan or Eagles fan and you're able to slap the dog shit out of them, I will be able to give you half off from all the merchandise inside the liquor store, man. And you know, we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Calbaritas, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Henny the More, and come get drunk in the liquor store. Let me see what this last comment was. My boy, what's up with you, my boy Jacob Lee Master? He said Rex Ryan trying to throw a curve on NFL Live, saying Mike Zimmer not hired yet, and how Rex called Mike McCarthy wanting the DC position. I mean, technically he has not signed that contract yet, but I don't see any way that they, you know, pull a complete turn and give the job to Rex Ryan. Now, unless something crazy happens with the contract, right? Unless they can't get over the hurdles of the language or the pay or whatever it may be, holding it up. That's the only way. I think they gotta pretty much withdraw the damn. I think they gotta withdraw the damn offer first before they can do anything. He said, "My boy, first fan I see, I got with he gonna hit me with the tag and go live. Just got that bun money for me. That's love right there, man. Salute to my boy. Salute to my boy Nathaniel Johnson in the building, man. Salute to you." 808 Cowboys said, "Country Club Cowboys soccer never ends." Hey, man, that's from a cultural standpoint. That's from a cultural standpoint. That will have to change, right? I think everybody believes that the culture around the Dallas Cowboys has to change, from the players to the coaches to the fan base. So I do believe that we all feel that way. Shout out to Miss Patrice in the building too. Miss Fo Flats, what's up with you? But man, let's go ahead and jump into the content. Landlord will be joining us shortly, so let's go ahead and jump into the content. My boy said, "Don't believe nothing that CD and Micah said. They are only saying what Jerry and PR sells them script and say after gag order has lifted." I mean, we haven't. Hey, it's your prerogative to believe it whatever way you want to believe it. You can take their words at face value, or you can believe that they're, you know, disingenuous. You know, I'm not here to say what they feel one way or the other. We're just here to report what they said, and y'all can believe from there what y'all want to believe. All right, but let's go ahead and start with the content, man. Landlord will join us shortly, so we can go ahead and dive head first into this. So, according to Tom Catilana, and he reporting this from what he's seen from the Rap Sheet, Mike Garofalo, and Tom Pelissero. All three of them are very reputable sources. Usually when they report stuff, there's not really no clickbait or anything like that involved with it. Right? There's not really any clickbait or anything like that involved with it in regards to that. So you can believe them when they report on something happening. They said regarding Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott and his contract. In other words, Dallas should be highly motivated to do a new contract before free agency. Expect the two sides to get together in the weeks following the Super Bowl and start working. Prescott should once again be one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid, quarterbacks in the National Football League, with the Cowboys gaining valuable cap room to operate in free agency if they do a deal, right? So this is not really news to anybody that's been in the know. This is not really news to anybody that's been following the cap situation for the Dallas Cowboys. And this is just something I've been saying for a very long time. Dak Prescott is the most powerful person in Dallas right now, because he's the person in Dallas with the most leverage, and probably has the most leverage in any contract negotiation that we've seen in league history. Because one, there is a huge cap hit for Dak Prescott in the 2024 season. Dak Prescott will be owed almost $60 million. The reason that Dak Prescott will be owed almost $60 million is because the Dallas Cowboys have touched his contract like 2 times so far. They restructured him 2 times up to this point. So while Dak Prescott cap hits the first 3 years of his contract have not exceeded $30 million, you got to eventually pay that money. And, this 2024 season upcoming is when you actually pay the piper. So because the Dallas Cowboys have restructured his deal multiple times, because they have continued to kick the can down the road and actually pay him out the money on the contract, you're going to have a bunch of dead money on 3 times. Okay, thank you. I knew it's been multiple times, so it wasn't 2. My boy D.A. Lee said 3. So that's even more. That even adds on further to the point that we're getting at. They've touched the contract multiple times at this point. You don't just make the money disappear. All you do is you move the money around. So this last fiscal year of the contract, and then the dead year money on the voided years, all that stuff is pushed to the back end of the contract. So because that happened, you're going to owe Dak Prescott a ton of money in 2024. And also, even if he walks, there's dead cap money for Dak Prescott on the voided years. You also have to get Dak Prescott to agree. To be traded if you wanted to move on from him. You would have to trade Dak Prescott away, and he would have to be okay with wherever he goes to. Meaning the packages that you would get for Dak Prescott would not be the same if you were to trade him somewhere else. Like if you were to trade Dak Prescott to a team that was awful and Dak Prescott had no say in the matter, you could get whatever you wanted for Dak Prescott. But because Dak Prescott controls where he goes, if he was to be traded and he can veto any trade, then it makes it that much more difficult to get a deal done. So Dak Prescott has all the power. And remember this, if you let Dak Prescott walk at the end of the season, let's say you don't extend Dak Prescott and you let him play out the contract at that $60 million deal, $60 million cap hit for the 2024 season, right? Let's say you let him play that out. You would still be on record for Dak Prescott. You will still be on the hook for some dead money when Dak Prescott walks. I think he's gone after this season. I doubt it with the way that the cap is set up. And I can actually go and show y'all the cap. I can show y'all the cap hits so we can understand why it's not really likely. Unless Dak Prescott wants to be out of Dallas. If Dak Prescott wants to be out of Dallas and wants to walk, that's a different conversation, right? But they're going to do everything in their power to give him a contract because of the way that the cap hit is going to fall out. So let me show y'all what I'm talking about. And my boy will be here any minute. Said Dak ain't going nowhere. They got Lance for some reason. It's very odd. We already have a good backup. I mean, we're going to have to decipher that one or two ways. Either they're holding on to Trey Lance and they're going to let Cooper Rush walk, or B, Trey Lance hasn't shown them enough to take Cooper Rush's job, and he's a ways off from being competent to play. You can analyze that in whatever way you want to. Their actions will show us eventually which one is true. But there's only really two ways that you can decipher it. Either they don't believe that he's better than Cooper Rush, or they just keeping him on ice and they're going to let him be the backup quarterback in 2024. But there's really only two ways that you can really you can really analyze that. But that's the only way it makes sense. All right, so let me go ahead. All right, so this is actually the cap, right? This is the cap hits. So if you look down here on this voided year right here, you see that Dak Prescott still carries a cap number of $36.4 million. So if you were to cut Dak Prescott, you would be in a world of trouble because you still would owe this man almost $37 million when he ain't even on the damn roster. And the landlord of the trap has made an appearance. Everybody hide your wives, hide your valuables.
I'm not that nefarious, especially not on a Sunday. You're good.
The most nefarious man in the country had just entered the chat box. And y'all act like it's cool. Y'all gotta rationalize this shit, man. What's up with you though, my boy?
Shout out to my people out here rocking, man. Hey, shout out to all my people, man. We love y'all for the support. This is the support. This is the real people support this time of the day, of the year. So, but I've been following the conversation. You know, I had had to get my stuff together, but I've been following the conversation, man. And like you said, Dak is the most powerful man in Dallas. And there's nothing that could be done that would help the team other than just paying the man. You know what I'm saying? It's no other options, really. Like, if we're not going to blow up the whole team, just pay Dak Prescott, bro.
Right. Now, see, these boys just win. I need to ask you a question then. What would you do then for the situation? Because you realize you don't have any money to make your team better if you don't extend Dak Prescott.
Exactly. People think, I don't know why, it's like, if you don't follow the content creators, you might not know this. Maybe media touch on it sometimes, I don't know. But it's a strange way of thinking, like, if we sign Dak Prescott, that's when we don't have the money. That's what normal people think. Like, oh, if we give Dak the money, now there's no longer money. No, actually, if you sign Dak Prescott, it's going to open up a whole lot more money. Like, it's the cheapest way to go about it. If you want free agents, if you want us to be able to do anything, honestly, pay Dak Prescott. It frees up money. It doesn't take away from your salary cap, really. Because if you leave it as B right now, what, he owed $59 million next year?
$59 million in 2024. And then he's owed $36.4 million in 2025. He's not even on the team.
Or you could take the money that you already owe him, right hand. You could take the money that you already owe Dak Prescott, stretch it out, and then add new money on top of it. And now you got Dak for about 5-6 more years, and you stretch the money out, and you lessen the cap hit for this year. You see what I'm saying? So that's what makes more sense for you.
Two things. Shout out to Miss Patrice. She hit you with a 10-piece over there. Said, love y'all. Thank you. Salute to Miss Patrice. D-boy just win. If you restructure Dak Prescott, you get cap savings for 1 year. You still are on the hook for Dak Prescott the following season. So you're going to actually owe Dak Prescott even more money in 2025 because of the voided years of his contract. That's the thing that y'all keep missing out on. Just because this is the last fiscal year that Dak Prescott is in Dallas, this is not the last fiscal year that you owe him money. You actually still have dead cap hits on Dak Prescott all the way to 2026 because of the way the contract is structured. This is the last fiscal year of the contract. You got 2 voided years that carry dead cap money hits. So by restructuring Dak Prescott, you give a slight bit of relief this year, and then you're effed up in 2025 and 2026 because you're still gonna owe money on the back end. That's what people aren't understanding about the situation that you're in with Dak Prescott. And let me throw this out there. Let me pull this up to add even more context to what we're talking about. Hey, shout out to Miss Patrice on my end with the $10 super chat as well. We love you too, and we appreciate you for the support.
Miss Patrice, we love everybody that support us, man. Y'all just don't know how far I go, man. We really appreciate y'all.
They said, love your shows. Keep up the good work. How about them Cowboys? We appreciate you, Bill Haynes. Ready Red in the building. Salute to all y'all good people, man. It said, DP said, we have thrown away 2 number 1 wide receivers, a bell cow running back. We changed the game flow and went away from now he gone, only drafted 1 first-round offensive lineman in 8 years. He's complimented by the D that is turnover of points. All that's on Dak? Nope.
It's been a lot of dysfunction on this football team. You know, we managed to build a good team, but not a great team. Seems like, you know, we gotta get stronger. And like I said, it's really strange the way you evaluate the Cowboys. Because like I said, when it comes to the team, man, we good in the regular season. Most of the opponents that we need, how can I say this? Most of the opponents that we play, our flaws won't be emphasized like that. It won't be exposed like that. But in the playoffs, once the competition rises, that's when our most egregious flaws rear their ugly head. So that's what people need to realize. So that's why it's always a little bickering back and forth between Cowboy fans, because it'll be seeming like we don't have those problems for real until we have those problems for real. You see what I'm saying? So like, we got to realize that we need to really just focus and make sure we fill the voids that we have on this team. So when playoff time comes, we be ready and prepared. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. Like, we can whoop up people in the regular season. We seen this. Like, if we get a decent defense this year, I already looked at the schedule and said I can see double-digit wins already. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about advancing in the playoffs. That's all we focus on now.
Right. So I want y'all to remember this. Dak Prescott has been a quote-unquote $40 million a year quarterback, right?
Yep.
All right, 2021, he only cost 17.2 against the cap. 2022, he only cost 19.7 against the cap. So first 2 years of this deal, Dak Prescott cost you under $20 million, right? Then 2023, this last season we just played, he only cost you 26.2. So on paper, Dak Prescott has been a $40 million a year quarterback. In reality, he hasn't made $40 million in a singular season yet, right? And I want y'all to remember this. The Dallas Cowboys knew this would happen when they restructured Dak Prescott deal all those times. They touched the money. They knew they were moving the money back to the back end of the contract. They knew when they did it, they would have to eventually pay it or extend him, right? So they already knew this was coming. So we're not finna sit here and complain about a situation that the Dallas Cowboys put themselves in. If you didn't want Dak Prescott to be getting this amount of money in one lump sum, you would not have restructured the deal. You would have touched somebody else's money. You would have extended this person earlier. You would have cut this person earlier. You would have moved some other money around if you were so concerned about Dak Prescott's money.
See, this the thing about it is, though, I think they just be paranoid about doing anything in the future. That's what's wrong with them. You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to tamper with the future at all. So they will screw us in the present because of that. That's what's going on. It's the same thing with his contract, same thing with any kind of maneuvering the money for free agents. Like, they just don't want to bother the future at all. They'll just rather us suffer in the present. And that's a sad way to go about it, bro. It really is. Like, they don't want to risk nothing in the future. They are playing with scared money. We already know that don't make no money whatsoever. So that's the worst way to play. If you playing with scared money, go sit down somewhere. Get your ass up out of the casino, bro. If you don't want to bet, man, if you don't want to risk, man, go sit down somewhere.
Yep. And I want y'all to remember this. I know it's hard to see on the side of the screen, but in 2024, Dak Prescott cap hit at $59.4 million. If you give him a 4-year extension, it's $26.2 million per year that you save. If the extension is $5 million, is a 5-year extension, you save about $31 million or more. So you save a lot of money extending Dak Prescott. These boys just win. Are you sure in a 17-game season you can even get to the playoff with Cooper Rush? Are you sure? Are you sure? That's what I'm saying, man.
You know them angry Dak fans, man. They angry, so they just say anything.
We can lose the playoff with Cooper Rush. You cannot make it to the playoff with Cooper Rush, man.
They have that mindset like we can't get worse or something. Like, it's a such thing as getting worse, right?
Yeah, so if y'all want to be in quarterback purgatory like the Browns was for how many ever years, they're actually still in quarterback purgatory while we're talking about it. They
Deshaun
thought,
Watson ain't do nothing for them.
yeah, they thought that they figured it out. The math also says they were the 26th ranked offense in the National Football League, my boy. That's how I know that y'all just be looking at the final score and shit. Your
It's
offense was horrible.
too surface level, bro. So
Very
you crediting
surface level.
so Cooper Rush won them games, or did the Dallas Cowboys win them games?
Yeah, like we barely was scoring 20 points a game, and you want to live like that. Okay, my guy.
Now I know quarter. See, that's what a lot of casual fans get confused. Like, quarterbacking does have a huge influence on the outcome of the game. So we're not denying that. But at the same time, you cannot contribute wins to a quarterback, bro. That's really a flaw from the mainstream media. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Man, hell yeah, this the same thing. Y'all the same people that watch Jimmy Garoppolo win football games. That used to watch what's the boy name? What's the boy name? Butt fumble. What's his name?
Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, y'all the same people that watch Mark Sanchez win a bunch of games, watch Jimmy Garoppolo win a bunch of games, and y'all know damn well they were not the reason they were winning games, and y'all still would sit here and point to a win-loss record for a quarterback.
Stop watching. That's that first take itis. That's that undisputed ism that they be having, man. They watch too much of these shows with all these surface level, nonsensical type arguments, bro, that makes no sense. And that's when people get caught up in it. When you just indulge yourself in so much of that stuff, it just start leaking out, bro. The way people talk, the way they formulate their arguments, I already know what they be watching. I already know who they be watching. Even if it's another content creator, I be like, yeah, okay, he one of their disciples. Oh, yeah, he watched too much of this. I can tell who you are by the arguments that you make. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, I can't. So, like, when you get up here making all these low-hanging fruit, surface-level arguments that makes no sense, I already know that I'll be wasting my time trying to, run my head into that brick wall. That's just foolishness. That's foolishness.
Yeah. Also, shout out to B Bird on your end with the $5 super chat. He said they had the ability to plan for 5 to 10 years in the future because of the job security that no other front office in sports has, which is true. You ain't gonna fire yourself. You're the owner, the GM, vice president, talent evaluator. You every goddamn thing.
B Bird, what that says to me is that they are trying to be relevant opposed to being on a championship level. That's the problem. Listen, we gonna be consistently mediocre if they don't reach the future ever.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all realize that? We gonna be consistently mediocre. You gotta tip the scale some kind of way. You gotta go for the gusto, You got to. Unless you comfortable and you content with being mediocre, being mid. Never really giving it a real shot. I told him this on the phone before we got on here. I said, man, if the Dallas Cowboys ain't ready to push all their chips in the table while we close, they'll never do it. And we just been 12-5 for 3 years straight. Ain't we close?
Close.
Don't that sound like a close football team?
You're close. You just gotta get over the hump in
you gotta do
season.
Something aggressive to show your sense of urgency. But no. Relevancy is enough for the Dallas Cowboys. That's what it looked like until they prove otherwise. In my opinion, that's how I'm going off of it. Jerry say you all in until you show me that you aggressively trying to overcome these obstacles and this hump that we can't get over, this Achilles heel as far as the playoffs go. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. Y'all want to be consistently mediocre. Y'all want to be in the middle. Like he said, he want to be in the middle. So he can never be too low to get our money. That's what it sounds like to me.
Man, and this is the last thing I'm say on it in regards to this, because we got B Bird with another super that I'm gonna take. That is not the case at all. Like football, listen, win losses for a quarterback had never been the standard, because the only thing you have to do to get a win on your resume is to start the game. And the team win. That's it. If you get benched, you get the win attributed to you. If you get hurt and lead the game, and they still win the game, you get the win contributed to you. So there's not even a realistic way to contribute success of a team. And we seen it. I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo win a playoff game with 8 pass attempts. We are not.
Nick Foles won a Super Bowl and got fired the next week. The next year he was not on that team.
Well, it was the year after. It was 2000.
Well, you know what I mean. He didn't get a contract.
He probably should have for what the hell
you see what I'm
Wentz
saying?
did.
Jared Goff got to a Super Bowl and still got traded.
Yep. So this the thing though, man. Wins are not a quarterback stat. It's never been a quarterback stat. The media has told you it was a quarterback stat, and y'all rock with it.
Like you said, Jimmy Garoppolo had a lot of playoff success.
Yeah, Jay Cutler went to a championship game. Nobody talks about that shit.
Shit. Didn't Jimmy Garoppolo went to the NFC Championship?
He went to a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Kansas City first Super Bowl win. They beat Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. And nobody cares.
Shout out to B Bird for the $2 super chat on your end. He said SJ runs the team like an accountant, not a GM.
Facts. And they think about money and not players, not talent.
Yeah, he said CJ. Yeah, like there's too many average and bad quarterbacks that won Super Bowls, and there's too many Hall of Fame quarterbacks that never won one for that to even be contribute to a skill set.
Dan Marino, sorry then, ain't he?
Yeah, Dan Marino, the great who else? Dan Marino,
Steve McNair, all them boys were
McNair. Matter of fact, who used to play for the Oilers back in the day?
That's McNair.
No, the other one.
The Oilers, Warren Moon.
Warren Moon is in the Hall of Fame with a 3-7 playoff record.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So how good is Eli Manning?
Tim Kelly.
Eli Manning was an average quarterback until he got to the playoffs. Like, it's crazy. Them 2 particular years.
Yeah, there's a bunch of great quarterbacks. Boomer Eisman never won a Super Bowl. He's a Hall of Fame. Yeah, Fran Tarkenton, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. You know, there's all these great quarterbacks that never won a Super Bowl, and then you got Trent Dilfer, you got Brad Johnson, and all this other stuff. Who gave Dak Prescott all the credit? Y'all listen to what y'all want to listen to, and that's okay. We're done talking about it. We're done talking about it. He's going to be the quarterback. He's going to get extended. You can bitch about it for the next 4 years.
Go hibernate. Go hibernate for the next 4 years, and then maybe when you come back out your cave, Dak Prescott will be, retired or something.
Yeah, he'll be retired or he won by the time you come out of hibernation. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
It's a lot of stuff we don't like about this team. We just got to roll with the punches. We don't want a lot of people on this team, but they here. We got to go with what we got.
Here like a motherfucker, so it'll be okay. It'll be all right. He said, I consider Warren Moon. Yeah. All those guys are great quarterbacks that never got a championship. We know statistically that they were a great quarterback because they got the touchdowns and the yardage and the percentages and shit like that.
Greatest Aaron Rodgers is he got one.
Got one.
Greatest Breeze was he got one.
He said almost every playoff loss we have, our defense fails us. If you go back,
is Peyton Manning not top 5?
Yeah, he got numerous playoff losses.
He got destroyed in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like that was the most lopsided Super Bowl I ever seen in my life. Man, look, I got a partner that's a Peyton Manning fan. He turned the Super Bowl off. He did not watch it. He stopped watching it. I can't watch this.
You also got to remember Peyton Manning started 2-4 in the postseason, so it's not like
exactly.
So did Drew Brees. Actually, we want to go back and think about it. Drew Brees started his career 2-4 in the postseason. Peyton Manning started his career 2-4 in the postseason.
Who the Broncos had played? I think that was with the Broncos, didn't it?
They played the Seahawks.
Man, they got destroyed. I'm talking about they couldn't do nothing. That defense locked them down like from snap to finish, and it was so terrible. Like, this man is a diehard Peyton Manning fan. He couldn't even finish the game.
Yeah,
like he cut it off.
The first play of the game was a safety.
I'm telling you, bro, he cut it out before halftime. He said, bro, I ain't watching that. It's over. He said, man, I can't watch this. He gave up. Like, it was done. Like, so, I mean, if we just talking about quarterbacks, bro, we seen quarterbacks, have their struggles, bro. Like, it don't matter how great you are. You need a team to be with you.
Especially in the
what do Patrick Mahomes have right now? He got a lot of things that Dak ain't got. Tell you that.
Listen, in the postseason, you gotta win. You gotta win football as a complete team. You gotta be able to run the ball, stop the run, stop the pass, score points. Like you just can't. Listen. I know we don't talk about it, but we've won playoff games where Troy Aikman didn't show up. Y'all know that, right? We talk about Peyton Manning. When Peyton Manning won his first Super Bowl, the first playoff game he played, he was 1 touchdown to 3 interceptions. And they still won. And he played good for the rest of the postseason for the most part. But point being, you should be able to win playoff games without your quarterback playing good all the goddamn time, right? That's all I'm saying. He said Dak is not the end all, be all of quarterbacks for Cowboys. 4 more years of choking. Are you not going to say everybody else choked? If Dak Prescott's the only one that choked, is it not a 53-man roster? Did Mike McCarthy not choke? Did your defense not choke? Did Micah Parsons not choke? Did you not have wide receivers drop balls? Did Dak Prescott allow the Rams to run for 300 yards on them on the ground? No. Did Dak Prescott give up a 3rd and 20 when we played Aaron Rodgers in his rookie year? No. Right, y'all just remember the recent shit. We had plenty more opportunities to get to championship games, and Dak Prescott played fine. He played good enough to beat the Packers. He played good enough to beat the Rams. He beat the dog shit out of Tom Brady when y'all didn't think it was possible. Y'all had gave up hope and hung y'all damn selves. I remember
plenty of y'all saying we was 1 and done that year, and we never beat Brady, and ain't no way we was gonna beat Brady. I had to call people out because they was talking so crazy that year. I remember. So, and then the first thing they say, that great Dak Prescott game, it just get overshadowed because all they say is Tampa wasn't good.
Yeah, Tampa was 8-9, despite the fact that they would have been 9-8 had they played the last game of the season. They risked their starters halfway through because they knew they were locked into the playoffs. But that's neither here nor there.
Dak had one of the greatest playoff performances ever, and they said, it was Tampa.
Yeah, it was Tampa.
And y'all know I ain't taking up for Dak. I'm just making you, I'm holding you accountable for your same narrative that you paint. We just doing it on both sides. You got to be fair with your analysis. That's all we saying. You got to be fair.
Right. And at the end of the day, even if you don't think Dak Prescott is the guy, then you put more around him. Like, listen, like
make it easier.
Put more around him. We already seen that the stuff around Dak Prescott has not been good enough. When he had a run game, his defense was average as fuck. When he's had a good defense, his run game ain't been there. There's been times where we went to the playoffs, we only had one good wide receiver. That was last year.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, and we already done seen a formula for Dak Prescott to win in the postseason.
I already told y'all that we needed Dak to play better. So let's go and get that out the way. I said I held him accountable. Dak still, with all the flaws we just mentioned, I still wanted to play better. He did not. Okay, we got that out the way. That's on Dak. Dak should have performed better, bro. That's on him. We got his accountability out the way. Now let's evaluate the rest of this team. Yeah. Did he have a legitimate number 2 option?
I mean, I'll go even further. Dak Prescott is 2-1 in the postseason when his running backs contribute 100 yards or more.
We getting there, but we finna go trial and error. That's how we doing. We going true or false. Did Dak Prescott have a legitimate number 2 option?
Nah, but nobody gonna say that.
Did Dak Prescott have a legitimate number 1 tight end?
Yeah, he had that this year.
Not really. He got one, but what I'm saying is he had never been in that role before. This is brand new for Jake Ferguson.
Okay, I'll give you.
You see what I'm saying? This is his first year in that role. It's not like him and Schultz that they've been doing it together, and you know what I'm saying? This is Jake Ferguson first year being a number 1 tight end. So I wouldn't really say that, okay, he a legitimate number 1 tight end. He developed to be one, but he still got to catch up in the middle part of it. So even if you say he did he have a legitimate run game?
Hell no. Nope. And nobody will argue that last part.
Did he have a legitimate run game?
And that's the thing though, man. And that's really my point. If all you have is the pass game, if Dak Prescott is off or his wide receivers are off or they're both off at the same damn time, how do you expect to win games if you're a one-dimensional offense?
You have a defense.
I mean, this defense. Listen, hear me out now. Because your defense did give up 28 points per game when you played teams with winning records, and that's all that you play in the playoffs. So you can't say that you had a championship caliber defense when you fold like wet laundry every time a decent quarterback or a decent offensive coordinator runs out there. Secondly, in regards to this, man, the Dallas Cowboys schematically, like I was saying, if the weight of the world is on Dak Prescott's shoulders, right? If it's always up to Dak Prescott to win the game, shouldn't you change your damn strategy if you seen he's having trouble doing it? If the weight of the world is on his shoulders, shouldn't you take a couple things off? You can take.
That's a terrible strategy, Hen. Nobody does that.
I know. Nobody
does that.
Not even the quarterback that are supposed to be. He said Pollard had dog. Quit playing with me. Pollard had 1,000 yards in a 17-game season. That's barely 50 yards a game, my boy. That's barely 50 yards a game. Dak Prescott was your second leading rusher in the playoff game. Quit playing with me. Talk about he had a
you
game.
ain't even feel like we had a run game this whole year.
1,000 yards don't listen. 1,000 yards don't mean shit in a 17-game season, bro. And
man, nobody in this chat box could tell me we consistently felt good about leaning on the run game throughout this whole year. Nobody tell me that.
Tony Pollard can't even get into the damn red zone. Into the damn end zone. We talk about Tony Pollard
with a clear path.
Tony Pollard not even finna be back this year. That tells you all you need to know about how well Tony Pollard played.
And look, to piggyback on what I was saying earlier, because this is undisputable. I'm going off of what factual stuff. Was Jake Ferguson the number one tight end coming into this season?
No, we had questions about that.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm not. So now we look at the result and be like, okay, he played close to a number one tight end, but that really wasn't who he was yet. Now next year we can go into next year like, okay, he's the number one tight end. He finna ball out. We expect this from him. We didn't. That's another point. If he's the number one tight end, you should have an expectation already from him. We didn't even have an expectation from him. Did you have an expectation from CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Trey. Tony Pollard only had 100-yard rushing game all season. What are we talking about? This man, listen, to get 1,005 yards, because that's what Tony Pollard had, he would only have to average 59.1 yards a game.
Somebody riddle me what I said. If you the number one at your position, you got expectations already. We expect CeeDee Lamb to ball. We didn't know what Jake Ferguson was gonna be. We thought he would be good, but it didn't even start out that great. You know what I'm saying? He started out. We remember we had arguments on we should have kept Schultz. We had people at the beginning of the year saying we should have kept Schultz.
And listen, in the grand scheme of things, Schultz went over there to the Houston Texans in the West Coast offense and still put up numbers because Bobby Slowick is from the Kansas City. I mean, not Kansas City. He's from the 49er coaching tree.
Hey, man, give JB, put that JB comment on now. Because that, like, when I ain't even coming from that angle, but if you think about it, like, Dak has been one of the only constants of the year. Real talk, him and CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Not the defense. The defense been up and down.
Yeah, but
no run game.
But yeah, back to that point, like we seen Schultz play in the West Coast offense, put up numbers, and we saw we ain't listen. It's not even about Schultz over Ferg. It's Schultz over Schoonmaker.
Yeah, exactly.
So we ain't get shit from Scooney.
Man, Schultz went over there and showed everybody he went just no system tight end. He went over there and did it with a first-year quarterback.
Yeah, so listen,
I got way more respect for Schultz.
And
I'm not gonna lie.
And he missed time and still put up numbers.
I'm not gonna lie. Then he did drop an open pass in the playoff game, but he made it up too. He was still balling though. Schultz got a little more respect from me this year. I'm not gonna lie. Cause I thought he went over there to, Parrish. I thought they sent him to football hell over there.
West Texas Cowboy Dak being the constant denominator, but he hasn't. Listen, Dallas Cowboys. Can we be real as Dallas Cowboys fans? The Dallas Cowboys ain't been shit in 30 years, but yet the weight of the world and the sins of everything that came before Dak Prescott is always laid on his shoulders. What were y'all winning before Dak Prescott got here? What were you winning before Dak Prescott got here?
Yeah, like he the only problem, but we weren't doing that before.
I mean, listen, we first and foremost, we went through a quarterback carousel until we got Tony Romo. You got Tony Romo, And he ended up being an all-pro caliber quarterback. He was second team all-pro. You didn't win games with Tony Romo. That was an all-pro quarterback you failed with. You got Dak Prescott by luck because your sorry ass were trying to draft Paxton Lynch and Connor Cook and all these other sorry ass quarterbacks that are already out the league. You forget the front office try to do that shit to y'all. You lucky you got Dak Prescott while you're bitching about him. But anyway, let me continue on. Onward in this little rant I'm on. So you went through all that, sir. You went through all that. Got another all-pro quarterback, and you still can't get over the hump. So let me get this straight. All-pro quarterback in Tony Romo, you get 2 playoff wins. All-pro quarterback in Dak Prescott, you get 2 playoff wins. At some point, you're going to have to look past the goddamn quarterback. You done swap quarterbacks out like draws at this point, man.
Y'all don't know how to do a science experiment? You know what I'm saying? You take away one of those variables, what's the constant? You done took away players, you done took away coaches. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all know how to troubleshoot a situation?
Hold on, short dog. What is the standard in your lifetime? What have you witnessed in your lifetime? Are you old enough to have even seen the Dallas Cowboys win a championship when you talk about a goddamn standard? And that's the problem with our bougie ass fans. Half of y'all is hanging on the accomplishments of your daddy's teams and shit. Your daddy and them saw Eminem and them. Some of y'all not even old enough to have seen the Dallas Cowboys be shit. We talk about the standard 12 wins. Yes, motherfucker, for some of y'all it is. For some of y'all, the standard is 12 wins. Because y'all niggas lived through 8-8. Y'all lived through 8-8 for I don't know how many years. Talk about the standard. What is the standard for y'all? Are y'all old enough? I'm old enough to have seen, but what's the standard for some of y'all? What's the standard for some of y'all? Because the standard for some of y'all is 12 wins. The standard is one and done in the postseason. That is the standard for some of y'all. We gonna change the culture. Because we ain't finna sit here and be holding on to glory years and half y'all ain't even witness.
Calmo, I feel sorry for Calmo. Hey, put that comment. Damn. Hey, I feel bad for him. Sheesh.
He said he's 24. I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Damn, bro. You didn't get to see that one Super Bowl. Yikes.
Yeah, so there's an age limit for y'all to have standards. I'm sorry.
That remind me of my son, man. My son, he 9 years old now, and he never got to see a Grand Theft Auto come out.
Really?
Nope. He ain't seen now. It's been that long. He ain't seen no Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, see, everybody is old enough to have that standard. That's fine, but we also got to talk from the standpoint, man, that some of us ain't seen shit. And that is not all on Dak Prescott. Like, Dak Prescott himself grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan and ain't see the Dallas Cowboys win no goddamn titles. So do you know how long it's been that we've been successful, that a Dallas Cowboys fan grew up, became the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and we still ain't did nothing? That's how long it's been. That's how long it's been. One of us grew up to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and we still ain't had no success. That's how long it's been.
That man ain't seen a Grand Theft Auto come out his whole life. And that feel like the same thing what he was saying, man. Like, if you take away all this stuff, that's why I keep saying, like, that's why I started defending Mike McCarthy sometimes. Because no lie, how many times we gonna keep switching out coaches and players and stuff, and y'all just still think it's them? It's their fault every time. Like, we gotta wake up, bro. We gotta wake up.
And that's all I'm saying, dog. Cause we keep piling everything onto the quarterback, and then when you gonna swap the quarterback, out again, and then guess what? You're gonna have the same goddamn complaints in the next 4 or 5 years if you don't win the championship.
He said we misunderstood him. I don't even know what his comment was.
I don't even think I was shooting at you, Wes.
I don't know what his comment was. But yeah, I just want y'all to use common sense. It's like if you're trying to diagnose a problem in your car. Okay, let's say, how can we put this in a metaphor? Okay, your car won't crank, right? Mm-hmm. You know it's only 3-4 things that make your car crank. You know what I'm saying? If you do a process of elimination, you check the battery connection, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only 2 or 3 more things. Or is it the starter? You check your starter good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can only be one more thing after that. It's probably the alternator or something. Like, once you do the process of elimination, the answer is clear. We just eliminated. Oh, you think it's the quarterback? Let's get another quarterback. Boom, we got another quarterback. If you think it's the coach, let's get another coach. Boom, we got another coach. If you think it's the players, we need other players. Boom, let's get the rest of the players. Now, you sit back and watch like, we still having the same problems.
Mm-hmm.
My car still won't crank.
And you know, and listen,
what the hell is the problem then?
And you know good and well, you spend some money with the mechanic and your car break down the day out. You got to go fight about that.
Yeah, you got to go fix this, my boy. Like I paid for the battery, I paid for the starter, and it still won't crank. Like what's going on? See, it just seems like y'all letting the problem just go over your head for some reason. It's common sense, y'all. It's common sense. So for us to just point the finger at one person, that's really foolishness.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying, man. I'm not trying to bust y'all outside the head. I'm just saying we've seen the same song and dance. We lived through. How many quarterbacks have we swapped out, dog? How many quarterbacks have we swapped out? How many head coaches have we swapped out?
Here, why you think I be doing that? Like people just be like, get rid of Mike McCarthy, bro. He a good coach. Like we just, bro, this man got you 12-5 3 years in a row, but y'all just want to throw him out. Like, look what we just came from. Jason Garrett was his standard was 8-8.
That's the point.
See what I'm saying? But you got a better coach. We got an obvious better coach, and you still ready to kick him out. So now you kick him out, and you probably get a worse coach, or maybe a slightly better coach, but he might have other flaws. This is what we saying, bro. It's not just one problem in Dallas. It's multiple problems. The problem is it wear a lot of different hats.
Yeah.
So you're not just gonna be able to fix one thing and then go sing Kumbaya. It's not gonna work like that.
And this is the thing I'm talking about. Y'all want the same people that try to get you Paxton Lynch, the same people that try to get you Connor Cook, the same people that try to get you Johnny Manziel. You want them to go out there and find
a quarterback.
Yeah, because the person that stood up and said I want Dak Prescott was Jason Garrett. The person that stood up and said I want Tony Romo was Sean Payton. Right, so like we know good and damn well the Dallas Cowboys ain't finna find no goddamn quarterback. Like you looked into the last two quarterbacks because every other time that you try to go out and find one in free agency or bring this guy in or bring that guy in, it didn't work.
All we can do at this point is make it easy as possible for Dak Prescott. Give him a helping hand. Give him a running game. Give him a defense. Give him a wide receiver. Give him the best of everything. I told you. I want people questioning what is it. You remember 2016? Mm-hmm. Nobody thought Dak was good. They just was like, man, that team is so loaded that this young rookie quarterback can come in here and just just go through the motions and they successful. I want people to be questioning what is the source of our success. That's what I want.
Me too.
Know what I'm saying? I want people to be like, man, that offensive line, I could go out there and win the Super Bowl with that offensive line. Oh, man, with that run game, boy, I can hand the ball off and win a championship with that run game. I want people to discredit the quarterback position as much as possible.
Same way they
wonder how we so successful. That's what I want them to do.
The same way we did Troy. People wondering about what Troy Aikman did on the damn Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Y'all just don't remember that shit. Do you not remember the kind of teams that we had together? You know, you not remember we had Darren Woodson, we had Charles Haley, Deion Sanders, had fucking Troy Aikman himself, Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, Novacek. Moose Johnson at fullback, had a Hall of Fame fullback, goddamn me.
Some gangsters, the scariest offensive lineman you ever seen. Like, man, and y'all think it's just Troy.
Yes, because we got Troy Aikman, a man all decade team. And let me ask you a question. What did all those dudes do in the postseason? You're talking about offensive line and stuff. Did the offensive line not give up 20 pressures in 2021 when we first played the 49ers? Did Dak Prescott not get sacked 5 times? Did we not have 12 penalties? Were there not drops and big plays called back on the wide receivers? See, y'all remember bits and pieces of what happened, but you never tell the whole story.
Did y'all see? I want us to feel just like we felt about Jalen Hurts.
No, it ain't QB1.
I want us to feel just like we felt about Jalen Hurts.
Real quick. Where the quarterback you gonna find that, Ken folk? Let me know. Since you're an expert scout and you know how to get a quarterback in here that's better than All Pro. Since you know how to find a quarterback just hanging out that's better than All Pro caliber, where you gonna find them at? Give me an exact name and how you get them in here.
I about to say don't ask well. Tell them the name who.
That's what I'm saying. Name him.
Name that man you talk about.
Name the quarterback that's gonna come in here and play better than an All-Pro caliber quarterback, and also play like an All-Pro in the playoffs. That's why I want.
And when people say stuff like that, I want to know what quarterbacks you like better than that, other than the obvious, like Patrick Mahomes, and that's probably about. If we being obvious, that might be the only one that I wouldn't even
So
fight you about.
So give you a rookie quarterback that's never played in the NFL. Okay.
You ain't seen that man do nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all have expectations.
That man could be Vince Young. That man could be what the dude name went to the Raiders.
Lean Belly.
Yeah, that boy could be Jamarcus Russell.
Man,
that's his name. That boy could be Jamarcus Russell, bro. You don't know what this man he could be RG3. Like, this man could be Paxton Lynch. You don't know who this man could be. He could be Carson Wentz. Like, I just don't get it. You would throw this bird in the hand away for that one in the bush.
And that's the thing.
That's ridiculous.
You're going to draft a quarterback to replace Dak Prescott, hoping that he's at least as good as Dak Prescott when you already got Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? You're going to throw away a quarterback.
Jamarcus Russell screwed up the whole NFL, boy. Jamarcus Russell made them put a cap on rookies, boy. He screwed up the whole NFL system.
See, you asked why you put the word scared in moving on. Why would we do something stupid? That should be the question. Why would we do something so stupid, short dog? It's not about the feeling of fear. Like, it's football. You scared. People be scared of death and taxes and shit. We're not scared of a player leaving. We do not want to do something stupid to set the team back multiple years.
Unless you're gonna blow everything up. I don't think a soft rebuild is gonna really work here. Especially in the way you got your quarterback situation set up. Now, if we didn't owe Dak as much money, maybe you can do a soft rebuild and just replace your quarterback in the run game, get a few players on defense, and then see what your team could be. But the way it's currently constructed, you're kind of screwed in that area.
You said, I guess we'll forget about the defense never being able to stop the run. I know. Listen, there's only one problem in Dallas, and it's Dak Prescott. Y'all didn't know? You didn't get.
Man, we know how great Patrick Mahomes is, but Patrick Mahomes got two solid things that Dak didn't, which is a great defense and a great run game. Shit. Man, the Chiefs defense is something else. Them boys can play.
See, the Rams moved on from a quarterback they felt was obviously better. They went and they traded for Matthew Stafford, right? So who is the person you're gonna trade with to get better than Dak Prescott? Don't say anything stupid like Josh Allen for teams that want to keep their quarterback, right? Even if you think the person is better than Dak Prescott, where's the Matthew Stafford to come over here and get us over the hump?
How much better?
And how much better?
How much better is these guys than Dak?
Then you said,
do you think they will be able to catapult you over all the other obstacles we just described in Dallas?
Then you named the 49ers who only moved on because of injury. Like, Trey Lance got hurt, then Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt, and that's how Brock Purdy got an opportunity to start. They just didn't go out there and say, Brock Purdy, my guy. That's not what happened.
Bruce might be on to something, man. If Dak man up and just play linebacker too, everything could be good, bro. We just solved the problem, Bruce. That's it right there.
Yeah, let him play linebacker. He got to play quarterback. And
once he play quarterback, when the defense turn to get on the field, he go out there and play middle linebacker. That's what Dak needs to do.
Anyway, let's talk about somebody else's money real quick, man. Because we just spent so much time on Dak Prescott. I knew they were going to be a touchy subject because people are still upset about this playoff loss. They ain't trying to hear about giving this country boy nothing. He really is a country boy at that. So they ain't trying to hear that shit right now. So let's move on. Y'all niggas mad at CeeDee Lamb too? You don't want him to make no money? Let me know. Y'all didn't want people to be broke. Y'all want people to be broke and mad.
We don't want to pay nobody.
They don't pay nobody nothing no more. Like,
dollar bill. Shot time. They don't country boy nothing. Nothing.
That's all I want to know, man. Because he said Jared Jones, and this is from Brandon Lurie. Jerry Jones, CeeDee Lamb, and Tory Dandy, who is CeeDee Lamb's agent, hanging out in Vegas. We heard Michael Parsons talk this week about Lamb's contract being a priority on NFL Network. Could an extension with 88 be on the horizon? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I got a little issue with this.
Nope, I don't.
Not signing CD.
What is
but
it?
I just feel like I feel the wee woo coming, man. Shout out to Boss Cowboy. I feel the wee woo coming. I do, bro. Cause look, if we sign Dak right, and then sign CD, Steven John might be like, "Well, there go the money." He might be like, "That's where all the money went." You see what I'm saying?
Listen,
he like, look, we did the Dak contract, which gave us the opportunity to sign CD. Ta-da, no more money. Man, we gotta watch Steven, bro. We gotta watch Steven, bro.
But we know he's lying, and that's why we're gonna keep pushing this narrative.
We gotta watch him, bro. I'm telling you, he's slick like that.
And listen, QB 101 did say, like he said, fuck CD Lamb. Y'all didn't want nobody get paid. At least you're consistent, boy. At least you're consistent.
Yeah, hey, we rocks with you for the consistency.
We'll give you the consistency then, man. We ain't tripping on it. Like I said, we're not gonna always agree about shit. I ain't tripping on it. I just want to have a open conversation about how we feeling about shit though. But
I have some pretty stern takes, so hey, you're not gonna agree with me all the time. You're not.
We're not. But we were talking about Dak Prescott. You also save money by extending CeeDee Lamb. I'm glad there are people like Outlaw Cowboy and myself that put out the cap savings and shit so that the front office can't lie to us. Because I want this to be everywhere. I hope there's a couple million people that see this shit so that we can continue. For real.
Steven won't try to pull that ta-da. No money.
No money. Nah, nigga, I know where the money is. I think you put it in your back left pocket.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna come up to us like smoking Big Worm. You gonna count the money, then flip it over. Bro, we know how much money you got, bro.
Man, for real. So again, you save 26.2 with a Dak Prescott extension. You save another 13.4 with a CeeDee Lamb extension. Quit playing with me, Steven.
Quit playing. We know, bro. We know. Don't you know your money is public record, sir? He try to act like you can't see it. We can't see it. Man, we know what you're doing, Steven.
Yeah, man. He gonna try to
know what you did last summer, Steven. We know. You know what I'm saying? You remember them movies? The movies used to kind of slap though, low key.
It did. Shout out to
I know what you did last summer.
Hey, I remember it. Shout out to my boy Dunny Holmes in the chat box with us, man. Salute to you, man.
Shout out to Dono.
DA Lee, everybody. We 200 deep in the trap in the liquor store, man. I appreciate all y'all for rocking with us. So yeah,
shout out to the people.
Shout out to the people, man. So yeah, the Dallas Cowboys.
Make sure we get us over 100 likes now while y'all still engaged now. Don't do us dirty. Don't be acting like an eagle. Let's get this out to the algorithm now.
Yeah, y'all please, if you just now came in, hit that like button. If you just now came in, hit that share button. If you just now came in, continue to slap the dog shit out those Eagles and Commanders fans, man.
Hey, Trey, this the only place where pocket watching is acceptable when it comes to the Cowboys. This the only one. This the only place on earth, Trey. I condone it right here. I support pocket watching in this sense right here. We gotta watch it because they ain't gonna give us nothing. You know what I'm saying? They sure be hitting our pockets area. Shit, I'm watching what you did with my money.
My boy Camo said nobody talking about how Zach Martin play declined, but okay. It declined from the level of being a superhuman. You know what I'm saying?
From being a superhero.
Yeah, like he
probably just now he just what them badass police people be? Like
a super soldier.
Yeah, like one of them folks. He's like one of them now.
And
he's still way better than a regular human.
So you're trying to say he went from Thanos to Captain America?
Yeah. He's just like one of the baddest normal humans you'll see on the planet. That's who he is. And instead of being like a Super Saiyan or something like that, he don't have superpowers no more. But he's still whooping everybody else that don't have superpowers. You know what I'm saying? You still can't mess with him. So yeah, Zach was already he had a high place to fall from. Like he fell from greatness and excellence to way better than most people. Like he was that high of a talent, in my opinion. But it says you can restructure D-Law and still save $4.3 million.
You can also restructure Zach Martin, who we were just talking about, for $12.5.
How many guards you gonna get that's better than him then? Like we could talk like that. His play decline, true enough, because his father time is undefeated. But how many guards better than Zach right now?
I don't think there's many. I think he's still a top 10 guard, and that's all that matters. I can't name 10 guards better than Zach Martin right now. And one of them that you could say is better than him is on his team.
Tyler Smith. Exactly.
Tyler Smith. So, yeah, I don't think there's too many guards I would actually take over Zach Martin. Now, he ain't the same person that he was. He ain't. But, I don't really know too many guards that are right now better than him. Then we all know about Michael Gallup, man. Like, I think everybody is trying to slap a rocket to Michael Gallup's back and get him sit on out of here.
Exactly.
So, and listen, this is not even including. You can also restructure Terrence Steele if you wanted to. You can restructure.
You can restructure everybody. Restructuring just mean they kicking the can down the road. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of having a more money on the cap, less money against the cap right now, but you still gotta pay them. You know what I'm saying? But you just making it lighter on this year. And if you was to do all of this stuff, now you'll have a whole lot of room, whole lot of money to get you a free agent or two.
Yep. All right, so 26.2, 13.4, plus 12.5, plus 4.3, plus 5.1. That's $61.5 million in cap space you cleared.
T. Foster said this is depressing. Why? We just saying we got a lot of money. Now the depressing part is that Steven ain't gonna do nothing with it. That's now that would be depressing. We got a lot of ways to make some money. That's what this says. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. We just gotta hope that they do something with it. That's all.
My question for you, my boy Camo, is it really all comes down to how you feel about TJ Bass and the limited snaps that he got. He looked it damn good when he played. Listen, I'm also saying I'm biased because
what did Camo say?
He would talk about holding on to old fruit too long. It's an issue, but you got to address the issue. Talk about Zach Martin.
I disagree. Because Tyron, look at Tyron though, Camo.
I mean,
Tyron is an old fruit.
That's not really a good one to use.
I mean, look at what he did this year. He gave her 1 sack.
Man, that man was held together with Scotch tape, hope, and the president's grandmother.
He gave her 1 sack.
He played one game.
How many? See here, we gotta be real with the debate now. Y'all gotta relax.
You know I be mailing, dog. You know I be mailing.
He said, man, he played one game. Come on.
Tyler Smith played good when he was out there.
It's I know it's a tough situation, but bro, he gave up 1 sack, man. I wonder how many Trent Williams gave up. Did he give up a sack? I guarantee you, if he did, Tyron probably right there with him.
Man, let me see.
Real talk. He might have not gave up 1, but if he didn't give up 1, Tyron only gave up 1 more than him. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Trent Williams, he did not allow a sack.
Tyron gave up 1 more than him. So hey, he was the second best. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I dig it. Listen. You act like I hate Tyron Smith. I do.
You do. You were trying to get my boy clipped earlier in the year.
You trying to
we ain't forget him.
No, that's not what happened.
We are not your grandkids. You ain't finna play peekaboo with us and like we don't see you, bro. We seen you. We was here.
Let me tell you.
We was here.
Can I
you know you was live, right?
Can I speak?
Do you know you was live though?
Can I speak?
I'm just go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
It's my turn.
I reclaim my time.
But no, only thing I said about that boy Tyron Smith was he don't play. Like, he the hardest. He the hardest assistant coach on the field, man, because he be out there in street clothes and shit.
That's not true. It wasn't true this year.
Not this year.
He didn't practice. See, he played. He didn't practice though. That's the difference.
He played. He still missed time. He wasn't even practicing.
What, he missed 1 game, 2 games?
I don't know. He missed enough time for me.
He ain't miss a lot, bro. He ain't miss a lot this year.
What? My time. You gotta remember, my boy. You gotta remember. All I said was lay his ass out the pasture. Then y'all wouldn't want. Listen, damn. Can I finish?
Go ahead. Man.
Can I finish, Westerman? But my point being, man,
wow.
All I'm saying is the Dallas Cowboys still probably need to find another left tackle because this man is barely holding on for his life. That's all I'm saying. You can't clone this nigga.
Of course, we gotta get another one, but I'm just saying though, I was glad that we kept him.
All right,
it's been time to replace him. We actually tried to.
That's all I said, bro.
We actually tried to, but he turned out to be an all-pro guard. Yeah, we did.
Y'all just didn't want the man.
We was finna put Tyler in left tackle. Remember? He was a left side player.
They should have did it this year.
No, let me take that back. He actually played left tackle.
I know he did, and they moved his ass a guard.
and the rest was history. The boy all pro.
He hard, right?
That well beast. They tried to replace him though. That's all I'm saying. It just didn't work out that way. And then Tyron still was gangster, you know?
He said, y'all too friendly. I'm here too. I'm from Dallas. I know where them Joneses stay. Damn, nigga, hold on. The views of T. Foster does not
necessarily reflect.
Hey, you gonna get a sniped. I'm gonna walk out my door.
On the Ishnay.
Man, I'm gonna walk out the door. I get unalived. I'm gonna say the word unalived because you know.
Somebody said LOL at the whispering argument. Yeah. we had a whisper. We done did enough hollering arguments. We had to switch it up, I guess.
Yeah. You gotta overstand me, so I gotta say it a little bit lower.
Yeah, man.
He said, I understand they're still held accountable. All I'm saying in regards to this, man, like everybody needs to get paid, and there's money to get for people to get paid.
Tyron the hardest dude ever though to evaluate though, really. Because if you let him go, bro, and he go over there to San Francisco or something, like we gonna be like, man, I'm so sick of these. We let him go, he go to Philly or something, and he gon' ball when he play, bro. We know that.
Well, be fatty, you don't actually speak for every Dallas Cowboys fan on the face of the earth, because there's also Dallas Cowboys fan in the chat box agreeing that we need to resign Dak Prescott. So you speak for yourself and you stand strongly on there, but that's fine. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but just don't lump my ass in there with you.
Well, you hollered at me after the game, I might have been with you. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about it. I was emotional.
I think everybody in the world was ready to move on from Dak Prescott right after the game.
Right after the game, boy. I don't even think I went live right after. Y'all still got a filtered version. And it was terrible. So just imagine if I went live right after the game, like, ooh. Yeah, I would have cussed out everybody.
Everybody in the world.
Blew up the whole team. Hey, screw all of these guys. Get them out of here.
Man, let's talk about it before we get out of here, though, man. They talking about the Eagles fans are worried about this shit. Hassan Reddick. I like the way that Ian Rappaport phrased it, so the Eagles can stop saying he wasn't that good. No way. All pro edge rusher Hassan Reddick has received permission to seek a trade following another disruptive season featuring double-digit sacks. The 29-year-old with 27 sacks over 2 seasons in Philly could land elsewhere. Would it be crazy if he ended up being in Washington or someplace like that? That needs edge rushers at this point, because they let go of Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Wouldn't it be crazy?
Sneaking need for us.
I wouldn't say would you pair him up with a DeMarcus Lawrence, and you can
even though Sam ain't got his proper snaps, but
man, Sam had made so many mistakes. I'm willing to be.
Sam shouldn't stop you from getting if a great edge fall to you. He shouldn't stop you probably though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, then you got Fowler, then you got Dorrance. Those ain't guys that's finna stop you from getting no great edge.
Nah, like I'm always get a listen.
Edge is a sneaky position, bro. It really is.
Yeah, I can see it.
Because you need somebody to pair with Micah, and D-Law is a little long in the tooth. He pass rush still pretty good, but you still can. that ain't really what you see him as no more. You can upgrade in the pass rushing standpoint. Like, and you could probably move, D-Law got a little position flex at times in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? You can move him to the inside sometime. And yeah, I really do think edge is a real sneaky position. Because Fowler probably finna leave. We already know we don't care too much about Darns. Well, we ain't too fond of Darns like that as a pure edge rusher or a pass rusher like that. I mean, who else? Most of them guys are expendable, actually. Dorn, we signed Dorns though, didn't we?
Nah, Dorn's free agent.
Oh, he a free agent this year?
Yeah.
Damn. So this edge way more of a need than I thought.
You're gonna lose. You're probably gonna lose Dante
Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong.
Yep. So shit. Y'all talking about getting rid of DeMarcus Lawrence? Hell no. We need his ass.
Yeah, we need to re-sign him.
Hey, B Bird wanted to tell you congratulations. He didn't know you had hit the 5K spot.
Oh, okay. Appreciate you, B Bird, man. Appreciate y'all for helping me get there, man. I appreciate y'all.
He said all in, get all the free agents. I mean, listen, Dallas Cowboys. Landlord, I'm gonna tell you straight like this, bro. I will know if we're going to have a good season after free agency.
Me too.
I'll know right then, because the guys you need to fix your team are in free agency.
Well, I'm gonna be fair. You right about that, but I have to see the total package. With the draft too, though. Because if we get a kick ass draft, it could change some stuff. I'm gonna say this. Look, it is what. It's a shot in the dark, you know what I'm saying? But it's still possible though. Like, I gotta hold on that little hope. So if they go out there and botch the draft, like last year, we botched the draft, in my opinion. But I like what we did in free agency though. So this year we need both of them. I wasn't head over heels what we did in free agency, but I still liked it because we actually did something.
And that shouldn't be the standard though.
But it's better than nothing.
No, but that's the point. We have been brainwashed to the point that if they do any goddamn thing, we're happy about it.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. They didn't do enough. They did the same thing they usually did. They gave you a 30-year-old wide receiver and a 33-year-old cornerback. And they said, here you go.
When you say it like that, he ain't good grief. That sounds horrible.
They gave you a 30-year-old wide receiver and a 33-year-old cornerback, and they say, here you go.
They gave you the dollar bill.
Let me tell you something else, bro.
The dollar bill
while we're on the subject, because the Dallas Cowboys are doing us dirty, because we knew after free agency we didn't go out there and fix the linebacker position. They signed back Leighton Vander Esch. Was anybody happy when they signed back Leighton Vander Esch? No. Was anybody happy about that? That was the linebacker move that they made in free agency. What free agency move did they make for defensive tackle besides sign back Jonathan Hankins? We like John because he helped us out. But that's the only goddamn thing that we did for the defensive tackle room. So we knew pretty much what we had in the middle of our defense. We were hoping for a rookie we had never seen in the Morgan Overshown to help us in the run game. That was the plan. So that's why I said after free agency is when I'll know. If you give me Bobby Wagner and DJ Reader and you give me a running back, whoever that may be, I know we can stop the run at that point. Bobby Wagner and a combination of the linebackers we already got can stop the run. A new defensive tackle, and if you put some weight back on,
man, leave Miles alone.
Hell nah. Listen,
leave Miles alone, man.
Let me finish that out, bro. And you put some weight back on Mozzie Smith, and you pair him up with a good defensive tackle. You got Olsen in the mix still. Then I feel like you can stop the run. You get a veteran running back like Saquon and Derrick Henry, and you pair it in with a other running back that I know for a fact. But the point of this being, man, I know what the Dallas Cowboys can do based on the veterans on the team. I don't need anything but some extra from the rookies.
Well, I'll do you one better. If we don't get a defensive tackle in free agency and a linebacker in free agency, I'm questioning the whole season. That's it, because I don't want a young dude at defensive tackle. Like, I don't want to draft now again. No, I'm good. I don't trust that. Young defensive tackles is not gonna be that developed like that, bro. They're not gonna be able to fulfill what we need. We'll just say that. We need an aggressive gangster who is a immovable force in the middle of that field. And a young player coming in his first year is not going to do that. So we have to get one of those in free agency. It's a slew of them that's going to be available. We must get, if we don't get a defensive tackle in free agency, I'm going to be in shambles. Okay, after that, I would prefer us to get a linebacker in free agency as well, because I want a veteran guy. I don't want just this, you know what I'm saying? I don't want this first year guy coming in here trying to transform stuff and don't know what he's doing. We need veteran leadership from the linebacker second level. That's what we need. We need somebody that can run a green dot. You know what I'm saying? Go find one of Zimmer guys that he trusts and love and know that can develop into this defense or run something similar, and let's rock out. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need a veteran linebacker and a veteran defensive tackle. I don't want no drafted people. You can draft one, but don't have him being in a main role. No, I'm all the way out on that. Like 100% out. Like if I'm gonna say it one more time. If we do not get us a defensive tackle in this free agency, I'm not gonna be too sold or convinced that we're gonna do anything this year.
Facts, bro. Same thing I said. Michael Dunner said 4 times a charm. T. Foster said he's filing for divorce. Dunn at home says I appreciate
Wait a minute. T.
Keep doing the damn thing. Christopher Gillis, facts, have Wagner and draft middle linebacker second and third round to sit behind him, learn the ropes. Camel said different white. Listen. Did you put the paperwork in yet? T, I want to know that first before we move on. Like,
what did she do?
Like, are you okay? Do you
want to talk about it?
Man? Yeah, like, you need to talk about it, my nigga. Like,
are you okay, my boy? You know what I'm saying?
I hope he's talking about filing from the void from these Cowboys.
From the Cowboys, so yeah.
Yeah. Like, you filing from the void from the Cowboys, it's a different story.
Exactly.
But you know, like you need to talk about it. Let nigga know, man. Like, shit.
What's up, there, my Iron Man with the landlord emoji riding in? What's happening?
Salute to the Desmond Ironman, aka Tony Stark, in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
Said in the fact that CeeDee Lamb said that podcast that he's more worried about getting touchdowns and money. That's all he can do. Listen, CeeDee Lamb just need to do his job. He can't play defense. He can't throw himself the ball. He ain't gonna play running back. All CeeDee Lamb can do is catch passes and score touchdowns.
Okay, we know it's Super Bowl Sunday, and our team ain't there for the 28th season in a row. That sounds so terrible.
Going on to the 29th.
Oh my God, that's. I need some sad music. Cue the sad music, DJ. For the 28th season in a row, our team ain't in the Super Bowl. But who do y'all got to win the Super Bowl? Give us y'all score predictions before we ride out. Shout out to B-Bird with the 199. He says they got so screwed up, we think Overshawn is the answer. Yikes.
I know, right?
We don't even know what he looked like on field.
I don't know what he looked like without a helmet.
Couldn't spot him in the lineup, but he the answer.
He the answer.
This is not to disrespect the young man, but we just trying to let y'all know how fragile our mind state is when it comes to these players. We don't know them. How you gonna believe or trust in something you ain't never seen? Have you seen DeMarvion Overshawn be a great linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys?
Hell no.
If you ain't never seen that, how could you believe that? That's all I'm saying. Even if you seen some sample sizes of him doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see you projecting that to him to be that great, but you ain't never seen it. So you can't say that.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. My opinion, man, I think that I think that the Chiefs are going to beat the dog shit out the 49ers as they should. I trust Patty. I don't trust Purdy.
And KC got a defense. If Purdy show up and ball on these boys, I'm gonna have to tip my hat to Purdy. I ain't gonna lie, because I got tremendous respect for the KC defense. I done seen them boys enough. They don't play. They pass defense don't play. They run defense don't play. Like, bro, if y'all want to see a defense stop the run, watch KC. Everybody be head over heels about Baltimore. Watch KC. Them boys be, when they run the ball on them, it be 1 yard gain. No yard gain. 1 yard gain. Like, you ain't getting much yards on them boys. And you want to know who doing that? Mr. Chris Jones. He's one of the biggest reasons. And look, Brandon Mahoney, he's available. All you got to do is sign him. That's all you got to do.
All you got to do is sign him.
Don't nobody run on KC like that.
Yeah, Chris Jones ain't coming to Dallas.
He's not. It was a nice thought, though.
It was a wonderful thought. You made me sad thinking about it.
Made me very sad, you know. You ain't got to get Chris Jones, though. You can get another one of them gangster defensive tackles, man. It's a slew of them. I did a whole show naming all of them. DJ Reader, Sheldon Rankins. Who else? It's at least about 5 to 6 free agent defensive tackles who can come in and impact and change this team day one.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Simmons. Yeah, it's a lot of them.
Yeah, Jeffrey
it's
Simmons
a lot of them. Yep.
I thought the nigga was on the contract. He just signed a deal.
Unless it was let me see. I have to pull it up, but I know it was them names was very, very interesting, bro. It was a lot of them, and then they had good grades on run defense. Some of them was good players last year. Like, man, that's why this a rich free agency market at defensive tackle. That's why the Cowboys need to go strike, need to swing. We ain't had a defensive tackle since when? Forever?
Yeah, that boy still on the contract. He got 2 more years.
Let me see.
You got to trade for him. He just signed a 4-year, 90. How many years this year? 4 years, 90. No, 5 years, $97 million contract. $94 million contract. He'll be a free agent.
Oh, Leonard Williams, who I was thinking about. Leonard Williams available. He a free agent. It's a couple of them, bro. It's all kind of defensive tackles that's available, bro. All we got to do is go sign them. We ain't even got to trade.
I agree with that. Definitely agree with it. Landlord, what's your final score? I ain't give mine, but I'm gonna I'll let you go
for
first.
The Chiefs.
Yeah, I know you.
I say 24-17 Chiefs. It's gonna be a low scoring game. Both of them got defenses.
One of them got Brock Purdy. He gonna throw a couple. So
one of them got Pat Mahomes. That's what I'm riding with.
Yeah,
because I feel like you got 2 solid defenses. It's gonna come down to who can execute the most. And I feel like it's 15.
I think 49ers are going to give up some points because they gave up some points against the damn Lions. So I think the final score will be 31-14.
Shout out to you, Nick G. They said that's your first super chat on the channel, man. I appreciate you.
Salute to you, Nick G. He said, I hate the 49ers, and it must be KC. I think everybody hates the 49ers based off the old rivalry. And
you're a Cowboy fan. You shouldn't be rooting for no 49ers. I tell you that.
And Bear, yeah, I seen it. Najee Harris said that Dak Prescott was the most hated player in the league. I think everybody agrees with that.
Yeah.
I think everybody agrees.
Well, you got that epic music playing today, don't you, Hen? But you in your bag today, ain't you, boy?
Yeah, you
feel like I'm finna get to talking epic in here.
I thought you were finna play some sad music, but they playing the cinematic stuff.
I like this. It feel like some intense stuff, you know.
Hey, I got nature sounds this motherfucker. I got rain. Hold on, let me see what nature sounds sound
this
like.
Feel like one of them motivational speeches. Hey, the key to success. You turned it off. I was finna cook. The key to success, you know, you gotta get up every day. You gotta run. You know what I'm saying? You know how them people be having all them motivational Instagram posts every day.
Nah, they just playing.
I don't need no help. I could do this on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, nigga, you hear these bird chirping?
Man, we on the beach with it.
Oh, listen. You chirping and shit, nigga.
Therapeutic.
Hold on, man.
need to meditate.
I might have to sit on here after the show in.
We need to meditate.
Hold on.
Maybe we can manifest that 6th title with this in the background.
Woo son.
We need to channel our inner, something.
Hold on.
Inner universe.
They got
Tell them to
rain.
come on with it now. Shit.
They got rain noises too. Hold on.
Please win the Super Bowl while I'm still young, Cowboys. Please. I ain't that young, but please. Don't have me up here, old man, and y'all finally win, man. I'm going to be sick.
Hey.
You going to have me turning up while I'm 75, Cowboys?
You might not have no choice.
Because I'm going to still turn up. I don't know what they going to call it by then, but I'm going to be turning up, though.
When we sad, we need to play this little rain music in the background. You hear this rain, like everything going bad, it's just getting rained on.
Man, Cowboy trying to have me 75 celebrating our Super Bowl, the 6th Super Bowl, man. Don't do me like that, Cowboys. Please. I want to be young so I can go to Dallas and echo food. That's what I want. Man, what is this disco ball music, bro?
This is corporate. I'm going
ballroom music.
I'm going through each one of these because some of these are new. Like some of these I ain't have on here when I came onto the show. They had some.
Feel like I'm at the end of one of them Christmas movies or something.
It's like the end. It's like the end of one of those 70 movies. There,
70s, a 70s sitcom.
Yeah, a 70 love story or some shit. Hold on, let me see this one. Minimal House. I don't know what this one sound like.
Sound like you let your 6-year-old make a beat. Here you go, son. Make a beat. What is this?
It's some stuff they pulled up.
This sound like what Taylor Swift listens to when she want to hear rap. She said, "This is rap, right? Yeah, cool."
I can't play with y'all. I can't play with y'all.
Damn, Taylor.
Let's try the epic music. End it. Let's try epic.
See, the key to motivation.
Okay.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up. Open your eyes.
For everybody. Y'all still sleep. You got to wake up for him.
Put your foot off of the bed, sir. You know what I'm saying? Then put your other foot off of the bed. Sit up on the bed. Then rise to your feet. And then walk in the living room. Like, what the hell you talking? We got to do that anyway.
Breakfast. Will you eat?
You got to have them calories to be great.
Y'all out here drinking milk?
You need toast every day.
Scramble your eggs, boy.
And then you will win. Thanks for y'all. Hey, let me bow and go on about my way, man. Y'all ain't ready for that.
Man.
Let me know if y'all ready for that motivation. Landlord motivation coming soon, man.
I'm done with all y'all, man, at this point. So I'm going to go, man. We are here tweaking. We've been on here for an hour and 30 something.
That boy said, get out the bed. Scramble your eggs.
Warm your car up first thing in the morning. You want y'all to be driving off. You gotta sit there.
You gotta let it marinate. Let the car marinate.
You gotta sit in your car and sit in your thoughts.
Man, they be motivating with nonsensical. Like what the hell is you talking about?
Like, of course I'm gonna, nigga, it's 30 degrees.
Of course I'm gonna
warm my car up.
What you do is, you stop drinking Starbucks coffee. And you save up next week and buy you a house. Like, what? Bro, that's about $35. You say you don't drink coffee for a month and you can go buy a house. You can be like me. But that's all I got for y'all today, man.
Man, listen, it's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. I'm done with y'all. I'm definitely done with Landlord for the day. I feel motivated though. I'm so motivated. I'm finna go in here, wash my ass, and lay back down.
Facts. Well, Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in for the win and be motivated. You understand? And we love everybody for all the support, man. And y'all make sure y'all keep tapping in. We have fun doing this, so hey, this is what we do at this point.
Indeed, man. So hey, we'll spin the block. Maybe I'm going to watch the game. I ain't gonna put no money on the game. You put some money on the game?
I don't like gambling.
No more.
I'm against all gambling. Unless you give me your money.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Unless you Ixnay.
Ixnay.
Gambling is not legal in Birmingham.
I didn't know that. So hey, I'll tell you what. Never mind.
We don't even have a lottery.
Dun, dun, dun.
We got to drive to Georgia for a lottery ticket. It's bad over here.
It's bad.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we'll be back if there's anything crazy that happens. God bless America. God bless the Cowboys.